Okay, thank you. All right, guys, here we go. This is Meditations with Marigny, and this is my very first live on YouTube. So I want you guys to know that it might take me a minute tonight to get my camera straight because I learned a couple of things. Typically, when I shoot my videos, I shoot them with the camera turned sideways. Since this is my first time going live, it did not allow me to turn the camera sideways. So that was something I had to learn. And I am going to be working on pulling some people in. So just give me a second while I go live. I want to share it on my Facebook page. And there we go, y'all. See, I'm still trying to learn. Now, give me a second because as you're coming in, I need to try to push it out through my Facebook page and make sure that it's showing up over there on that page. And then I'm going to invite a few people. I'm going to invite a few people in. How do they say, come on in the room? Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor, and he writes out all of my scriptures. He gives me all of my medicine in the room. All right, here we go. All right. Uh-oh. That's the challenge with trying to put things together while I have to figure out how to work that part. And then I'll know what I'm doing next time. Let's go. Resume. Resume, y'all. All right. So we're live on YouTube, and then we're live on Facebook. So I'm gonna see again if I can push it out to a few people. I'm going to ask that as you join, that you would, I would like to ask for you to share where you're coming in from. All right, I see y'all coming in. That's a good thing. So my Facebook people are coming in. So this is my YouTube channel. I'm trying to run 2 channels here. And then I'm going to try to push out my Instagram. So thank you guys. I'm excited to see y'all coming in. Tell me where you're from. I want you guys to give me some feedback. Let me know where you guys are coming in from. Give me some feedback on that. And I'm just going to invite a few people to join us. And I'm going to push it out from, I definitely really want to push it out from my YouTube channel. But I don't know how to do that. So I'll have to figure that out. Okay, we got somebody coming in from Minnesota. Thank you for those of you that have joined. I see you say about God. Yes, I'm doing great tonight. Thank you guys for asking. I'm so excited about what's going on and how we're doing with that. Okay. Please. All right. So guys, thank you guys so much for joining. I really can't see who is there and how this works. So I'm assuming that I am still live and everything is working properly. The only way I'm really going to know is that you guys are going to have to jump into the comments and let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you can see everything okay, and just give me feedback. But I want to come on tonight, and I wanted to start at 9 o'clock. It's 9:04, so it's going to take me a little time to learn how to do the YouTube live. But once I get the rhythm going, then I'll be able to make sure that everybody is able to join us in the future. And I'll kind of go back and forth between the 2 cameras. And hopefully you guys can hear me okay on this one as well. Let me turn the volume up just in case. Just in case. That one looks a little bit dusty. But I wanted to, I'm going to just clean that camera spot off. Okay, that's a little bit better. But anyway, welcome to Meditations with Marigny. This is my first time going live. I have many videos on YouTube where I'm talking about relationships, life, marriage, the process of divorce, and then dating in this current world. And so I wanted to just come on tonight and say thank you for all of you that have supported me over this past year. I have been so excited about doing the live. And for those of you that saw my video yesterday, I was saying that I had to request the live button. I didn't know that that's what you had to do. So I thought when I had the anniversary, I would just be able to just automatically log on and, begin to do live videos. Well, with YouTube, you have to get permission before you can actually proceed forward with that. And I think that's a good precaution to have out there. So for those of you that might be joining us tonight, I want to just thank you guys for rocking with me for 1 year and helping me to build my channel, giving me the opportunity to give feedback for things that are going on in the world, and the opportunity to be able to strategically talk about relationships, love, and the opportunity to even love again at some given point. If you guys have any questions or comments that you'd like to talk about tonight, I would love to hear what you have on your mind, and we can kind of just get a conversation going there. Okay, can you see my comment? Yes, thank you, Ace. I think it's Ace or Aster. Thank you for your comment tonight. I appreciate it. And yes, I can see your comment. I don't see where I could give like a like or anything to it. All right. So I know that earlier today I had a thought about just over the past year, like how God has really moved and what the capacity has been for me to build this channel. And I thought about like what might someone who is thinking about possibly starting a channel be able to actually do, and what are some things that I could share with you to help you to know, what you might could do to even start your own channel, and even talk about maybe some of the things that I ran into or things that I've learned over the process that might be helpful to you as a new YouTuber, right? And so I would say one of the things that I would suggest is enjoy the journey. Like, don't necessarily just look for it to be something that is going to generate likes and things of that sort. I mean, it's good. And initially, I was concerned because I felt like I wasn't getting maybe the feedback that I thought that I would have gotten initially. But what I will say is one thing that I've learned from just being a YouTuber and being in the society of the social media world is that, positive and positive thought processes may not get as much footage as some of the things that are not so positive. And when I say that, our world is kind of driven off of things that are, maybe not so positive. And in that, sometimes the force of people looking for things that are, not of quality, or people who are not speaking well, or, there's not going to be any fighting on my channel or anything where somebody is doing something negative. And so sometimes that's not pushed forth in the forefront of, information for people to receive. So I just wanted to say that it's been a slow and steady ride. And if you are looking for something, like for me, I knew that I was not looking for YouTube to be I wasn't looking for it to be something that was going to support me financially. This is something I'm doing because I actually love what I'm I actually love what I'm doing. And in me loving that, it's just what I do because of what it is that I enjoy to do. So I want to say that to someone that might be thinking about starting a channel. Don't get discouraged. If you find that your channel is moving slow and you're not really gaining a lot of people to come and join your channel, don't get discouraged by that. Keep moving forward. Keep putting your videos out there. I have some videos that when I post them, they might get 5 views. And then I have others that have almost 2,000 views. So I think that it's relative to what someone might be looking for at that time. And it's also just based upon, I think, like the time. Sometimes it's based upon what time that people log on. Sometimes it's based on what day it is of the week that people log on. And so there are different times that, you see different people logging on to your channel, and you may get discouraged if you see that you only have 4 or 5 views. But don't get discouraged by that. Keep putting the videos out. And once you upload them, I remember when I first started, I would upload the videos and then I would be watching to see like how many people looked at it. Now I upload a video and I don't go back to look at that unless I'm going to the channel to look for something else. Hey, Vincent, that's my classmate, y'all. Hey, Ariana. Okay. Okay. I see both said yes. Keep pushing forward. So, every now and then, and to be honest, I never really advertised my YouTube channel. I know some of my sorority sisters said, well, you didn't say anything about it. And I really just kind of felt like God would lead me in the direction of how it was to go, because it was not for me to publicize it to a point that I was pushing people to my page. I more or less felt like, and based upon the algorithms, it shows that most people that watch my videos are searching for something on YouTube, and they happen to capture something that one of my titles or my hashtag actually leads them to my page. So I'm really excited about that. Thank you, Bo. I appreciate it. Hey, Richie. They're my classmates. Okay, my people starting to come in now. I was getting a little worried there for a moment because I was like, okay, a few people had told me they were going to join. And so I was kind of expecting for them to be here tonight. Thank you so much, Richie. I appreciate you guys for joining. And please share it with a friend. Send it out to our classmates. I didn't send it to a lot of people. There were a few people that I did specifically tell that I was going to be going live tonight. And that was mainly because I just wanted them praying with me because this was something new. But for those of you that know me, I love what I do. So I got the gift of gab and I don't mind using it in a positive way. So if you guys have any questions, I'd love for y'all to put some ideas in the chat. Tell me what you would like to know. I just told you guys a little bit about what it's been like since I started the channel. And I remember when I started, I was like so nervous. I was extremely nervous because, opening yourself up in a manner like this is kind of like exposing yourself to the world, and you are allowing yourself to then be opened up for like ridicule, and people can be so cruel, that oftentimes they are not kind. And so I was really concerned about that. But the more that I did it and the more I built my confidence, and God just continued to say, hey, speak what I put on your heart. And I've had people to call me and say, hey, that message that you did that day, it really blessed me. Or, I was really moved by the video that you did about this. And, like I said, most of my videos have been about, my experience of being married, my experience of going through a divorce, my experience of dating now. If you haven't followed my channel or you're starting to follow, I did a whole series about, online dating for the past 6 months, and, what that was like. I shared what the experience was like, how I felt going through that process, what things that I experienced that were good, what things that I experienced that were not so good, and then what I expect to come out of it now that I'm finished with that part of my life. So that's a good thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for sharing. Like I said, if you enjoyed the video so far, I'd love for you to share it with a friend. And yes, I was singing, Ace. I was singing about God. Yes, that's an old song. When I first came on, for those of you that are just joining, I was asking everybody to hold off, while I was trying to get my social media up and running. And I was singing that song, Come On in the Room. Y'all remember that? Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor, and he writes out all of my scriptures. He gives me all of my medicine in my room. So yes, I was telling y'all to come on in, come on in, come on in, and invite somebody in. Again, give me some feedback in the comments. Let me know what you guys would like for me to chat about, because this is Meditations with Marigny. So I see that someone said, how did you come up with the name? So the way that I came up with the name is I often did meditations on Facebook. So there were times that, you guys, if you think back a couple of years ago, I would be walking most mornings and I would just be having my moments of meditations with God. And he would tell me, go on, sign on to Facebook and just do a live. And I would be walking and talking to you guys. And so the way I came up with the name was just Meditations with Marigny, because it was just my meditations with God. It was my time with him. And I just decided to share it a little bit with you guys. So, and it just kind of stuck with me. And then I think on most of my videos, when I first come on, I started saying, hey, y'all, hey, because the country in me was just coming out. I couldn't hold it back no matter how much I tried. I really tried to be as polished as I could possibly be, which I think that I am, but I think the country in me, it would just show up in the videos. And, you know, I have that Southern slang, and I actually like that about myself. I think that's what makes me a little bit original. All right. So do we have any more questions? Keep pushing forward. Thank you. I'm going to keep pushing forward. Thanks for sharing. I see that you said you shared it with a friend. I truly appreciate that. Let's see, guys. I was trying to see if I saw a few other people that I knew were trying to come on to the channel tonight. Um, let's see. Let's see. Any other questions? All right. Okay, I think I'm still there. All right. So tell me a little bit about where you're from. Give me a little feedback on that. Drop it in the chat. Where are you from? Or how do you know me? Thank you so much, Ace. I appreciate you. And yes, I can see your comment. I appreciate that. All right. So just to tell you guys a little bit about me, and I know since some of you are coming from my actual channel, I am originally from Atlanta, Georgia, and I still live in the metro Atlanta area. So I am one of the few people that was born here and still lives here. Oh, thank you. Okay, I see my Harper High classmates coming on in. Harper High School does not even exist anymore, you guys. Um, they they brought it down to a middle school at one point, and now it is combined with another high school, and it is an elementary school. And the Harper High School alum, we still get together and everything, typically in July, and have a huge celebration. I don't think I'll make it this year because I think it's going to be the same year of our international conference. And so, but for the most part, many of us that are still here in the city, we still kind of keep in touch with each other. We may not always see one another all the time, but we still have a pretty good bond, I think, between most of the classes that came out of that school. All right, let's see. Where else is someone visiting us from? I saw someone from Minnesota. I said, wow, I guess that must be one of my subscribers, because I don't have any family or friends in Minnesota as far as I know. But thank you so much for joining tonight. I'm excited that you did come to join us. And I'd love for you guys to just jump in the comments, give me some feedback on what you would like for my content to be about. Like, let me know some things that you would like to hear about, some of your suggestions. Let me know if you have things that you would like for us to discuss, let me know if you like the live. And if you do, I'd love for us to maybe meet up, maybe once or twice a month. And we do this on a regular basis. We can hash out some things. I sent it to one of my classmates because he has a podcast. And then I have another classmate that is coming up with a podcast. That one, I don't know if I can have him on here. Bo, you know who I'm talking about, your right-hand man. Um, it would have to be censored for me to have him on here because he's going to cut up. But I think that one of the ideas that I had is to have like some guest speakers and have people to come on that might have an expertise in a certain area. So if there's something that you guys would like to hear more about, or someone that you would like to present, I would love to have someone to come on and give some ideas and things to our community. And everything doesn't have to necessarily be around marriage, but my channel is also about relationship. And so most recently I did a video about parenting, and I've been doing a videos about my son's college experience, college tips, things that I think would be helpful for parents who might have a child that's getting ready to go off to school. What else? We could also talk about, parent-child relationships, the difference between an adult parent and an adult-child relationship. There are several different things that I think that we could cover. So I'm just open to knowing what you all would like to hear about. Typically, when I'm on the channel where I'm talking, I already have an idea in my head of what I'm going to speak about. But tonight I didn't necessarily bring anything specific because I really wanted to be open and let the conversation kind of be driven by you guys. So, all right, well, I don't see any other comments, and I don't necessarily want to stay on if we don't have anything that we're flowing with tonight. Okay. Okay, I see one. Overflow says, prenup or not. I think that a prenup is something that initially, maybe 20 years ago, I disagreed with it. In this day and time, I think I feel a little bit differently. And I also think that it's relative to who is getting married. So with this particular question coming up, I'm thinking about most recently, I think I saw, if you know me, I do, if you really know me, I have not watched traditional television in like 4 or 5 years. So as far as me keeping up with any type of news and related things, it's only what I see through my social media, or if I log on to, Google or something and they have something posted. But I did see where recently, I think there was a football player or something who he called off the wedding because he requested a prenup and his fiance chose not to sign it, or she didn't agree with it. And in a circumstance like that, and in this current day and time, to be honest with you, I couldn't say that I disagree with him. I would have to say that I would agree with a prenup with someone that has as much as what he has to lose. Yes, I do think that people marry for love, but if I'm completely honest, I am a mother of boys, and we have talked about that. I've talked about that on my YouTube channel, that as a mother of boys, there are certain things that I would tell my sons to do in this current day and age. And that's just because even though I feel like I still would marry for love, I don't feel that many people who are searching out companionship are searching for that. And okay, says yes, of the Dallas Cowboys. So yes, in his case, I would agree completely with a prenup. And I'm gonna tell you why. You guys know, based upon that question coming forth, you guys know that one of my sons plays baseball, and he is a pretty good player. at that particular game. And one of the things that I've thought about is if he went on further in life to actually pursue a career in that. And here locally, I know a few people who their children have gone on to be pro players. Um, I think when you get to that level of playing, it is difficult to decipher whether or not the person is with you for love or if they're with you because of the convenience of the funds. And it's unfortunate to say, I think it's always been that way, but now that we have more social media outlets and people have the capacity to know your income value, I think that it's just different. In a case like that, yes, many of those people may truly be in love, but I do think that it has a high component or a high connectivity to how his financial stability is. So um it's different when it's just regular people like us and you making 30, 40, $50,000 a year and you meet somebody. And even in this day and time, sometimes I think that with what we're dealing with how people treat one another, average people like us might even need to think about prenups. So I will say that in this process of dating that I've been in, it's not something that I would be opposed to if my future husband and I sat down and we talked about it and we agreed that that's what we would like to do. So I think I'm very open to it. What you think about that? Okay, you said, but do you think they should have worked that out before they plan? Oh, sure, for sure. It should have been a conversation that should have taken place. But and just to be honest, to to tell you the truth, that the first thing that I thought about was that obviously they didn't have an open communication, because that would have been conversation that would have been happening long before the engagement took place. And for her to have seemed shocked about it, it tells me that that's not a conversation that they've had. But then when you think about somebody like that, he could have anybody that he wants, just about, when it comes down to having a beautiful woman on his side. But having somebody that loves him for who he is and not just what he can do. And this is just for the average Joe Blow as well. I think that that's something that is very valid in this day and time. I think many men have spent many, many years, um, not just men, but women too. But one of the things that I talk about on my channel is you guys know, by my hair being short and by me playing pool, I spend quite a bit of time with men. And so I get to hear the heart posture of men and what they truly feel in reference to oftentimes women not appreciating them in the process. Okay, I see another one. But do you think they should? Okay, should have worked that out prior to. Yes. Okay, I answered that already. All right, I have another one over here. I love your, you love my accent. At this day and time, someone can take your whole retirement check, right? Right. Prenup, mid-nup, post-nup. Yes. And let me tell you, I think for me, and this is what I think is a driving force with me and my channel. For those of you that know me, and that person who put that comment there, they know me personally. So in that situation, like, I never thought that I was going to be going through a divorce at the age of 50. So there I am at 50 years old. I have worked, most of my life. We've been married for 10 years. And here I am faced with the option of possibly starting all over again. And I did a video the other day on my YouTube channel. So even though I'm on Facebook, guys, the purpose of me coming to Facebook is to push a little bit more um, traffic to my YouTube channel. So, and that's Meditations with Marigny. I might have to try to put that in the comments so you guys will get it. But one of the things that I talked about the other day was there's a difference between, and I was talking to men in this particular comment. There's a difference between a situation where a woman walks away from everything that she has because the marriage or the relationship is no longer, it can no longer go any further than someone who walks away. And this can go men and or women, but I was speaking specifically of a woman versus a woman who pretty much walks away from everything. You know, I knew that I was walking away from my financial stability. I knew, and this, I said this in the video, I knew that I would struggle financially. I knew that there might be days that I could barely keep the lights on. I knew that there were going to be days that, like, I hadn't been on a vacation since 2019. I knew that those things could possibly happen, but I also knew that I could not live another 10 or 20 years like I was living. And that's nothing negative towards him. You know, he and I have made our resolve in reference to that. But I think that at some point in your age and in your life, you have to come to a place where you choose peace and you choose happiness and you choose joy. And so I have less, I'm gonna take that back. The manifestation of what I have is coming, but I don't live the lifestyle that I was able to live when I was married. But my peace of mind is great now. It's greater. I can lay down at night and I'm comfortable with that. And I'm saying that not in a negative way, but I'm saying it in a way that we really do have to look at, you know, how do we want to spend our latter years? You know, the people that are in my circle, most of the people that are connected to me are somewhere between 40, 50, 60 years old. And if we look at our lifeline and our bloodlines and see that in our families, the average person lives till they're like 70, that means that, and I'm not saying that we got to have a cutoff point at 70, but what I am saying is if I know that I have a good 20 more or 30 more years to go, how do I want to spend that? And so, yes, a prenup would be necessary. As my friend said, a prenup, a mid-nup, and a post-nup, you know, but that is one reason why my channel talks so much about making sure, and I'm gonna go ahead and jump over in this since I'm already there, making sure that, you know, as I've talked about walking in abstinence, that's not an easy place to walk, but it's necessary to keep a clear mind and to keep your thought processes open. I have a video that I did on my YouTube channel, and it's called Men. Um, it says something like, "Don't lead with your wallet." And don't lead with your wallet. And if you maintain a level of abstinence, sometimes you will see things that you did not see. Because once you cross that pathway, it is difficult to turn back because emotions are there. You have connected yourself with this person, and then you feel a need to drive forward, even when you know that you need to be putting on the brakes. And so, you know, for this brother that made a decision to ask for the prenup, I think that was a wise decision. And I think that one or two things will happen. Either they will come to a compromise of they do love each other. And, you know, if the prenup is in place, you know, perhaps she'll negotiate something that she will get out of the deal if it doesn't work out. But I think that that's a very wise decision of a young man that's marrying in this day and time. And that's coming from a woman who's looking to get married. And that's also coming from a woman who has 3 sons in her, under her love language. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to forget. I have to remember that I got this mic on because sometimes I hit it. So I would say, you know, I'm a mom of 3 boys, and I would probably encourage that prenup in this day and time. Now, you know, if it was somebody that he was dating from high school and they had been together 5 years, 10 years, you know, I probably would feel a little bit different about that. But being that it's someone, being that, you know, this is possibly someone that he met along his journey, I think that the circumstances are different. So, let's go, y'all. Let's keep going, keep going, keep going. It's wait. See, I invited a couple of people on here Oh my God. It's in your eyes for me. I'm sure it all is in my eyes. So, guys, that's one of my YouTube friends. And I knew if he got invited, I knew he was gonna cut up. And it's a couple of other people that I'm like, okay, if I see them show up, I already know we're gonna have a good time tonight. Professor X, throw some stuff out there in the chat for me. Um, but you guys, we've kind of talked about that. We've talked about that prenup, and actually, Professor X, chime in on that. What do you think about the prenup for the Dallas Cowboy player, the guy who asked for a prenup, and now they've called the wedding off completely? Um, and thank you. I see Kathleen out here. I appreciate you for joining me, and thank you for sharing. I see your comments. Oh, I have some other comments here, guys. I guess I just don't know how to work that just yet. Thank you, Richie Rich. I appreciate that, classmate. He said, you got this. Boy, I am still the same. This is just like, 40 years back. You give me a mic and we gonna go for it, right? And you got Bo in here. Next time we got to make sure Mike shows up. I need to bring the whole pit crew. Like, just bring the pit boys and let them, no, wait. I was about to say I'll bring them and let them get in. But if I do that, y'all might take over. I got to watch that. Okay, keep going, y'all. I'm just checking for comments. Let's see. And remember, guys, I'm working 2 cameras here. So I'm on YouTube on this one, and then I'm on Facebook on this one. And again, Facebook family, I really want to push you guys over to my YouTube channel. So I would love for you guys to, if you haven't ever been to my channel, I would love for you to go over, at least check out a few of my videos, see if you'd like to share any with your family or friends. And then I would love for you to subscribe. Thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate you for sharing that. All right, guys. Well, I'm not gonna. Wait a minute. Kat, I see where you said that the prenup, it supports both parties. I agree. Because in my mindset, when I first heard it, you guys, if I'm completely honest, when I thought about it, I said, well, if you love the man, still marry him, go forth with the prenup and just negotiate what your terms would be if you felt like that the marriage would not work. And I think, guys, if we really go deeper into this, like, we won't get into it tonight. Maybe we can chat about it, and then you guys can let me know if you'd like to come back with more, because I think that we could really massage the idea that people do not want to do the work. Marriage is work. It is not easy. It is not something that is kumbaya. Even if it's 2 people that are a great match for one another, it is still work. The little nuances, the things that you have to learn about someone. I don't listen to a lot of women content builders. Most of the content builders that I listen to are men. And I listen to them because they're going to give me a perspective from a male's point of view. I think with women, we only look at it from our point of view. However, and if you watch my YouTube channel, if you are a subscriber, you've heard me talk of this particular content builder. She is a certified counselor. She is seeing people on a regular and continuous basis. She has been doing this for 20 to 25 years. So she has a broad array of people that she is giving her content information about. And she is oftentimes speaking from a clinical perspective. Today, when I was listening to something that she posted, and I wrote it down, I put it down, here it is, because I knew I wanted to kind of talk about it. But she talked about Dr. John Gottman, who is like one of the top researchers for relationships and things of that sort. She said in one of his books, he wrote 60% of couples have perpetual problems. And when she talked about it, she said perpetual problems are normal in a relationship. And they are going to show up more in a committed relationship because that's where a person is most vulnerable. I thought that was powerful because what she was basically saying in the video that I was watching is, if you're not willing to allow your person to see your greatest flaws, and if you are not a person that is willing to help that person work through those flaws, then you should not be in a relationship. Because she said, most relationships, that is where the vulnerability is going to be in order for you to allow yourself to be your authentic and natural self. And she was like, in relationships where you can't do that, that is where you have the downfall. So, Kat, I do believe that you are right when you said, the prenup protects both parties. I think that the young lady, if she loves him, she should sit down and talk to him. Baby, this is what I feel like. Like, I don't think we're going to ever go down that road. But if we do, this is what I'm going to expect for you to do, or this is what I would like to see come out of that. And then they put it in a document. You sign the documents, you get married, and you go on. And I have to be completely honest. When you step into a relationship with a man that's making that kind of money, rightfully so. If he has worked for that all his life and you come in and you meet him 10, 15 years later, and you step into that, then I just can't say I'm going to agree that you deserve to get half. No. If he want to get you a $200,000 house and give you a nice little stash to go on about your way, then yeah, I know that might be a little bit controversial, but y'all know I'm a little bit different because I worked hard for everything that I got. Nobody has given me anything, and I'm willing to get up and go to work for it every day. So the difference is, I'm not looking for a relationship where a man is going to take care of me in that capacity. I would love it. Yes, I would enjoy it, but that would not be my expectation. That, if he's worked and he's worth what I think they said he worth like $25 million or something like that. I don't know because I don't keep up with that. But he would be cray not to get a prenup. Um, okay, I see somebody said, okay, I think that one is still the same question, but I have another one over here. Prenups can be negotiated as well. It is just a contract, and it's not the end. It's not the end at the beginning of the negotiation to make the relationship. I agree, Kat. Now, I feel that if she truly loves him, then they should sit down and talk about it, and then they get married. That's after they sign the prenup. That would be my position. And so I do agree. I agree that, and I think that he would probably be reasonable. I'm assuming. I mean, if he's saying, "Hey, you don't get anything," I think that would be difficult because if you stay with somebody 5, 10 years, there is a certain lifestyle that goes along with those type people. And oftentimes those wives are not working wives. They're not getting up and going to a 9 to 5 every day. Oftentimes they are running the man's foundation, or they're doing something that's supporting him in his role as the head of the household. But I don't think that that's going to be $10 million worth of support. Um, Kat, I'm assuming when you say at work, you're talking about the marriage. Now, this is someone who is speaking, and she's been married. I think what you guys said, 30 years. Y'all been married 30 years, but been together close to 40. And this is someone that I know up close and personal, and the love language between she and her husband is just really good. Like, she is this fireball. Like, you have to know her. She is like hot tamale, and she got that Jamaican sauce to her, and he is so calm. He said he hasn't always been that way, but he's like so calm. He's the calm to her storm. She comes in and she's like, "Rah, rah, rah," and he's like, "Hey, baby, just calm down." So yes, okay. She said yes, 35. Yeah. So and I know, and just Kat, maybe one night I'll have you to come on and really talk about you all's journey, and even just the bond that y'all have gotten over the past few years with the things that you all have gone through. I mean, I've told you this personally, but it's been a beautiful dance to watch, and God has really shown me like how love can withstand certain things, because the things that you all have gone through has really, in my opinion, brought y'all so much closer together. Like, your relationship was already obvious to be close, but those things over the past 5 years, I could tell you from the outside, we can see it. She said that would be great. All right, y'all. I'm going to have me a special guest soon. Thank you guys for the hearts and the love that you're giving over there on Facebook. I don't know if you can do that on YouTube because, I'm still new. I'm the new kid on the block, just trying to figure it out. But anyway, guys, I don't want to keep you guys too long. And I don't see any more comments coming in. But I'm so excited. Thank you. Oh, they're my hearts. Y'all gonna make me feel very special tonight. But thank you guys so much for joining me. So this is my first live. What I want you guys to do is, I would love for you to share this with a friend. I would love for you to tell somebody about my channel. Let me know, hey, Juan, you joined in. Hey, brother, I see you said, hey, sister. Good job. I'm so excited, guys. And then it's my understanding that I guess people can be watching and I can't really see who they are. She said, you are special. Thank you. I try to be. I mean, anybody that knows me, I think, especially those of you that are on Facebook that know me, it's only a couple of people. And thank you guys so much for those of you that joined on YouTube that I don't know personally. I really appreciate the support. When I stepped out to do this, and I'll end with this, and Professor X is here, so I'm going to just give him a shout out. He did a video, his very first video, because he just celebrated a year on YouTube as well. And when he did his video, like, I was looking for a place to find confidence, and I was actually looking for another video of someone else when I came across his. But I mean, and then there are a few other people that I know that started their channels around the time that we did, and many of them have not stuck it out. It's not easy. There are sometimes I put up a video and I might have 3 looks, and I'm like, Lord, I thought that was a good video. And you know what God really showed me is that this is not for you to get anything from this. This is for you to pour out what I've put in you to the people. And so, Kat, I really appreciate you for saying that I am special, because I do believe that God intended for me to be something special in the earth, and something special to the people that cross my path. And so, for those of you that are here from YouTube, like, I'm excited to walk out this journey with you. I look forward to what God is going to do, and I don't know how long he's going to do it, but I do know that this channel will forever be a part of my stamp in history. And with that, I'm excited to see what God is going to do as we go forward. Hey, Becky. Thank you so much for joining with those beautiful baby boys. Guys, Becky went to Mercer with me, and has a beautiful love story of how God has blessed she and her husband with 2 beautiful boys after such a long time of not being able to conceive. So they got 2 miracle babies that are walking around right now on the earth. So, well, y'all, I don't want to keep you. What I do want to know, especially from those of you that know me personally and those of you that are joining me from YouTube, I would like to know, how often would you guys like to go live? Would you all like, there go Robert. Trouble coming in. Okay, would you guys like to go live? I don't think I could do every week right now. For those of you that know me personally and my YouTube subscribers, I've talked about it. I'm in school right now. And I don't think every week is going to be viable for me. I think maybe every other week right now, or maybe once a month. So I would like your feedback. And again, I want to invite some people in. Like, I think on Facebook, I don't know if YouTube has the feature, but I know on Facebook, I can add people in and we can do some shared screens and things of that sort. So I'm looking forward to that component. Wow. No, Robert, you're going to have to help me out. He said, I don't know if you know it or not, but you can merge all of your platforms into one place. Hey, I need to come sit down with you and Jenny. He is one of my classmates from high school. And he and Jenny they have a podcast. And Robert, I got everything for my podcast. I bought it about 6 months ago, but I'm not ready to step out into that. I won't even tap into that until I finish with school. I'm going to close one door. I'm going to get some stuff off my plate. Because remember, y'all, I'm talking about marriage and relationships, but Bay is coming. And then y'all not going to see me for a minute because I'm going to shut it down. Brenda, hey, Brenda, thank you so much. Okay, you know what? Somebody else told me that. Thanks, one. I got to learn about it. He said I need to be on StreamYard. I haven't I have not had time to check all the places that people keep telling me to go. And then, guys, I'll be honest with you. I'm so old school. Things move so fast. It's like as soon as you learn one item, then something else is changing. And I know society is moving in that direction. But if I'm completely honest, like God did not give me this channel to move with the time, if that makes sense. I do want to make sure that I stay up and I'm abreast of what's going on. But, I'm not here for likes and clicks and hearts and things of that sort. I'm here for you. I'm here for us to have real discussions and for us to work through things. And so I think as God does that, then we're going to be able to see how he's going to move, just in a mighty way for what it is that he has for me to do and for what my future is going to look like as well. So, all right, guys. Well, it says it combines the platform. Thank you. So then I guess I do need to learn about it. Maybe I'll try to take some time and do some research on that. Because I had not okay, Robert said exactly. He must know exactly what you're talking about, one. Thank you so much. Okay, it's user friendly. StreamYard. Okay, I'm gonna have to go and figure that out. So then I could just click one button and it takes me live on everything. I'm assuming that's what you guys are saying. That's gonna make it good, and then I'll share it with others. Like, hey, maybe we can do maybe we can do a session where we talk about that, because some of the people that I was speaking with was about what it's like to start your YouTube channel, and what it's been like on this journey. But as y'all can see, it's been 50 minutes and we still going. So your girl don't have no problem with that part right there. And thank you guys so much for the feedback. I love the hearts that you guys shared. I'm so appreciative that you thought it not robbery to come and join me tonight. And I look forward to us doing it again. So this time, the next time I get ready to do it, I think I'm going to be able to do a premiere and I can send it to you guys in advance to let you know that I'm going to do it. Thank you so much for the hearts and the love. I appreciate it, y'all. But I think I can send it to you guys as a premiere, and then we'll see where it goes from there. And like they say in church, if all hearts and minds are clear, before we go, y'all know I got to close out with at least a small prayer just to say thank you for God allowing me to do this tonight. So we're just going to pause for a moment. Dear Heavenly Father, we just come, Lord God, thanking you for another day. And Father, we thank you for the opportunity to come before you once again with your people being able to hear what you would have for me to say. Father, on tonight, I ask that every person that thought it not robbery to come and be a part of this live stream and support me, that you bless them 100-fold, Lord God, that you pour back into their life everything that they have given on tonight. All of those that gave a heart, a like, or just a comment, or even if they just joined in, I thank you for allowing them to see that they had the time to make time for me. And on this evening, Lord God, we just bless you, we honor you, and we glorify your name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, y'all. I love you guys. And as I say, hey, y'all, hey, if you like my channel, click like. If you love it, I'd like for you to share it with a friend. And if you would, I would love for you to subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Bye. All right. Live. Wait, how do I stop it, y'all? I don't know how to stop the live. Let's see. Is it in here? Nope. Oh, up here, I guess. Sure you want to stop streaming? Okay.